Hello, Happy New Year, Happy 2019. This is your friendly neighborhood Canadian, Reed, wishing you a very Happy New Year. Now, beginning of the year means lists, top 10 lists, top 20 lists, top 15 lists, all those lists. And I want to do a list of my top 10 favorite movies of 2018. Because my friend, one of my dearest friends in the world, Marcus, asked me on Twitter. Because we don't talk like friends anymore. He just tweets me. He can't send me messages on Facebook Messenger or anything. He just tweets me because, he lives in a faraway place, British Columbia. And he lives off Vancouver Island someplace I can't even say. It's a place, it starts with an N. Remember, I couldn't say Penelope for the longest time, and I can never say the name of this island that he lives on, off Vancouver. But my cousins used to live there. My auntie and uncle used to live there in the late 80s and early 90s. But I'm not going to embarrass myself by saying the name. But that's where he's been for almost 2 years now. And anyway, full disclosure, I currently work and live in a small town in Alberta. That isn't my home city of Edmonton, which has many, many movie theaters and is a civilized city with the worst hockey fans in the world, but that's something else. I live in a small town that's very beautiful and the people are very nice, but it's run by a culture that is so clueless on business sense, on free enterprise, on what market is, on how to run businesses. They're very outdated, and Lac La Biche is a very backwards town. Sadly, we're still preparing for Y2K here. Every gas station in Lac La Biche has the same gas price, which I think is against the law, but they do it because they're all greedy. The culture that runs Lac La Biche is greedy, and I never knew they were greedy, but they're greedy, and it sucks because in 5 years this town will probably be a ghost town because they have no clue what they're doing, because none of them have gone to business school. But hey, that's another video, maybe. And it sucks because there's lots of good people, working people in Lac La Biche, around Lac La Biche. They want it to be better. But anyway, I can't see movies in Lac La Biche because they don't even know what a movie theater is. There used to be a movie theater. It was run into the ground. They demolished it, yada, yada, yada. The closest movie theaters to where I live is a place called Cold Lake, which is 100,000 times better than Lac La Biche because it's a civilized area, and they have things like a movie theater and a McDonald's and a Tim Hortons and a Pizza 73. And did I say McDonald's and McDonald's and McDonald's and a Tim Hortons? And Lac La Biche doesn't know what any of these places are. Lac La Biche only knows liquor stores, and gas stations that all have the same price gas, which is overpriced anywhere else in Alberta. Anyway, and then there's a place called St. Paul, which apparently is a UFO hub in Alberta, and they have a small movie theater. Both of those places are about 90 minutes away from where I currently work and live. And then, of course, there's my hometown, the city of Edmonton, the worst hockey fans in the world and the dumbest, sadly, and home of many great things. And that's where I grew up and lived most of my life. And I can't do a proper top 10 list of movies because my movie buddy, one of the good things about coming to Lac La Biche is I met a guy named Catlin, who's a big Colorado Avalanche fan. Hello, Catlin, whenever you watch this video, 6 months from now. Lazy. He's another guy that's anyway. He was my movie buddy, and he helped keep me sane in Lac La Biche because there's nothing in Lac La Biche besides gas stations and liquor stores. And if you're not a drug addict, which I don't do drugs, and I'm not a big drinker, I'm a movie guy, it's painful. But anyway, he moved in March the middle of March 2018, and he was my premier movie ride buddy. We would go together, we'd go to Edmonton, watch movies. 2017, I saw 17 movies in the theater, which is amazing, because when you grow up in a civilized city like Edmonton, you take movie theaters for granted, and I totally did. And Marcus, who's living in some island that starts with an N, is it even Canadian? Mark, are you even in Canada anymore? Gets to see lots of movies all the time. And he kind of rubs it in my face because he lives in a civilized area, and he can like eat things like Burger King and McDonald's and Tim Hortons and stuff. In Lac La Biche, there's like 3 places to eat. Anyway, that's a whole other thing. Don't get me off topic. I'm wearing a Detroit Red Wings thing here, Nicholas Lidstrom jersey, in honor of Mark, because he's heard of the Detroit Red Wings. Anyway, the reason I'm doing this video is because I thought today specifically, I'm not going to say what date it is, maybe it's sometime in January, I was at work and I started laughing. Not because I hate my job, I don't, I enjoy it, but I thought of an idea. I thought of a creative YouTube video for you, the 6 people that are going to watch this video and the 12 people that are going to watch this video in 2 years from now. I thought, what could be different? A top 10 movie list, right? I'm a movie guy. I'm a self-proclaimed movie expert, movie fanatic, movie whore. I love movies. I've loved movies my entire life. I've talked about this. But how can I talk about my top 10 movies of 2018 when I've only seen 2 movies this year in a theater? I saw Avengers Infinity War 6 weeks after it was released. And that was painful. It was driving me insane. But I finally saw it, and that's the best movie of the year, spoiler alert, by far, and the second best comic book superhero movie of all time. And the other movie I saw in the theaters was Deadpool 2, which I also enjoyed. 7 out of 10 stars. But how can you do a list like that? There's 2 movies on it. Yes, I saw a whole bunch of movies that came out this year in the theater and were released on Blu-ray. I bought them. I ordered them on Amazon or Best Buy, because Lac La Biche is also not very good for shopping. Spoiler alert. That's why everyone in Lac La Biche either orders online or has a drinking problem or is addicted to things that they shouldn't be addicted to. But anyway, how do I do this? What do I do? And I wanted to make a new video because I haven't done a video. And it's 2019, and Happy New Year. And thank you for subscribing to my boring Canadian amateur YouTube channel, Reed Dudar. Thank you. I appreciate it. Tell a friend if you want to be bored or debate things. There's videos coming. Get ready. Internet myths, stuff, things that are going to make you angry. I'm going to get my subscribe count up. Not to like crazy numbers, but I'm going to aim for 100. By the end of this year. I know, that's crazy, 100. I remember when I first started this videos, I was like, I want 6 subscribers in 6 months. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. No. Detroit. Mark, remember when you heard of the Detroit Red Wings? Still love you, big guy. Anyway, so Mark, you kind of get where I'm going with this. And you other 5 people that watch this video, maybe Catlin, maybe you're like washing the dishes, thinking about the Colorado Avalanche winning the Stanley Cup. I don't know. This is not my top 10 list. Oh no. This is my friend Mark. Mark has been one of my best friends in my entire life since about the age of 15. We went to high school together, we worked at many jobs together, we've lived together, kind of. Yeah, we kind of did. Like, I stayed, with your family and stuff, and in the high school days and then things. He's been one of my best friends. He's one of my dearest friends. He's won some of my hockey drafts. He's a good guy. He's a great guy. He loves lots of cool things. He's a big Star Wars guy. He used to be a huge wrestling fan. We used to watch pay-per-views together, rent wrestling. We'd rent movies, do lots of things. Sometimes we did questionable things. Anyway, he's one of my five best friends of all time. But I gotta make a video. So this video is about Mark's top 10 list through me, my interpretation of my friend Mark's top 10 movies of 2018. Get ready. It's gonna be awesome. Oh yes.